You really need to shave though. You look horrible.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Wait, what? You have a beard and you're telling me to shave?
Bro.
That's not
Look at your
beard.
stash.
That
Bloody,
is
you
not
have
beard
the,
death. That's a
I have
chin
the
strap.
best
That's
idea.
Wait, hang on,
yeah.
why?
For a cat.
What do you?
Wait, what?
What is this idea, Ice?
Alright, calm guys. Hello guys. Hello everybody. Hello and welcome to the Q&A.
I feel a lot of questions right now, guys.
Yeah, question 1, why the fuck are we doing this?
It's a really good question.
Well,
Is an actual serious question. From Major Stacks of Chat. How do you guys keep calm on stage?
I don't know.
Play the game.
what?
Callus, you answer this. Callus, you
Yeah,
answer.
Callus,
Question then,
you
how
have
do we
the
keep
most
calm
serious-
on the stage?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know for you guys, but I completely ignore everything, right? So it's only me there and you guys there and the team that we need to fuck up, right? That's the only thing that exists for me on the stage. At least that's for me. I don't know how you guys work with.
I actually feel the same way. I agree with that. It's while you're playing, the crowd's basically not even there, even if it is like a crowd.
Yeah,
like
you're just so focused in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's too loud and you can't hear like guys
Yeah,
walking
that's just some
around.
fucking absolute morons chatting USA. You can't hear your own comms, and yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that
But
actually.
yeah, like mostly you just kind of ignore all the negatives and just think about what you can do to win, really.
And I think that's more prevalent in the new studios, which they have 2 separate.
Yeah,
Because you can't hear the enemy team.
Easier as well. But like, I feel the question was more directed towards like in front of a crowd rather than in the studios.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it depends where the event is taking place too, because like if it's in EU, obviously the crowd is going to be from EU and they're going to be cheering for the Europeans. But if it's going to be in NA, they're going to be cheering from NA players. And obviously, like if you are going to be focusing on the crowd, obviously you're going to be losing focus on the game, and in the end you're going to be like, I mean, you're going to be losing the fucking game eventually. So you should never focus on the crowd. You just focus on the
For me,
game.
it's actually perfect when they're focusing on like NA, cheering for NA, because then when we shit on them, it's just that.
Yeah, but like
better,
the whole
right?
Yeah,
the whole point
yeah,
is
but
to like
that-
literally ignore the crowd regardless. Like even if it's
not
an
my
EU
fault.
crowd, even if it's
not
an
my
EU,
fault it didn't happen, right?
sure, but like even if it's an EU crowd or an A crowd, you are going to be ignoring it regardless of the situation because
Yeah,
you
of
focus on the
course.
game.
Which god are we gonna have a team skin for when we win Worlds?
I don't know.
Fafnir right off?
Nausea.
I don't
Fucking
know.
Hachi.
Nausea.
Hachi.
No,
Hard
no,
to
Nausea
bet,
has 100% win
Thought we
Pretty
agreed on Fafnir.
this
I thi-
season.
I
No,
think
we
we
haven't
like-
played Fafnir. The
Uh,
2-1.
Well,
Like,
okay, so
what
our
is
word
it?
skin needs to be a character that was highlighted
Vamana.
during the
Yeah.
tournament for us.
Yeah, I think
So
it's gonna be.
if we do it extremely
Vamana.
well with, say, let's say
Fucking
Vamana,
babies.
right? We do super well with Vamana during the World Championship. It's gonna be a Vamana skin.
Like, you ever look back to E United, the reason they picked Cullen was because it was an iconic pick for them during the lead up to Worlds and during the Worlds as well, which is why they picked it. It'll be sort of a similar thing for us when we have that sort of iconic pick that we have. We're gonna choose that for a skin.
Cullen was so broken.
Nah, it wasn't.
He was at that time. You guys can't
Nah.
deny
I
that.
think he was better at the start of season 5 than in the
I
season
mean,
4.
yeah, I guess maybe. You got the point.
I don't think he was that busted.
AJ mentioned Ares jungle in the dock. Why didn't we see it, especially when E United had a comp that Ares?
Because we dropped Fire Giant.
Okay,
There you
so
go. That's how
I'll-
we didn't see it.
I'll explain what
Mhm,
happened, right?
mhm.
So our plan was that we win game 4 with the classic Athena Pass, and then we go into game 5 with Ares jungle comp that is definitely gonna give us the win. We were really confident we're gonna get a win with that comp. Unfortunately, we did
There's
not
some
win
monkey
game
mid
4.
laner.
So
The mid laner is not the
unfortunate.
only issue that we had. You know, secure is part of it, but how do you explain the mid wave before the fire giant?
That's the better question, actually.
How do you
What a
explain
good
that mid wave?
question. What a good question. Honestly, Dev, what a good question. What's the next one?
Like
What's
most
a good
people
question?
focus on the fact that the Kraken didn't secure the fight, but there's a whole other list of factors which, if even one of them was changed, could have gotten the fight.
Let's just say that like that wasn't our day.
Yeah,
Move
Yeah,
on.
that was
that-
our week.
like that
Man.
game was one that we were destined. Let's just
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
the only weekend the whole year that I was second.
That's actually true. Like we had like 3 people sick as well. But then
Yeah,
again,
I
other
guess-
teams had other people sick as well. Like literally, I think over 60% to 70% of the players at LAN they were sick, dude. It's actually unbelievable how many players were sick at LAN. So yeah, it's a bit of a rough one.
What's the biggest change of strategy going in from season 4 to season 5?
Consistency, not strategy.
Yeah, I would say so too. Consistency and the performance for the online stage mainly. Like, LANs have always been our strongest points.
Not always.
Historically, have always, well, like, alright, so first couple of LANs, whatever, that's like a learning experience, but after that we kind of
Since
Yeah,
always
Gauntlet, we've been
performed
doing better
quite
and
well
better,
during
like-
the LAN, right?
I don't think it was first couple. I think it was only the first one where we done bad, and after that we've been like improving
even-
by a lot every single line.
Yeah, and every time in the online stage we would perform poorly, even though at LAN we would look like one of the better teams in the world. Online we look like, you know, we're still horrible.
Like,
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Riz?
If you
Now
have-
I can see your face.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Reese is here.
Oh boy. Yeah, for those who don't know, Reese is the creator of the documentary and 1/4 of DLC Studio. Say hi.
1-4.
Hi.
Hello.
Greetings.
What were the conversations like after the game for? Did you guys break it down? What all went? We didn't break it down immediately. We sort of just let everybody feel the emotions and do what they needed to do to unwind after the set. Later on, when we got back home, that's when we really started to break down what went wrong, what we should have done better, how we could have won World, and we used that in the preparation for the season.
They will?
Is it just me or are you just cutting on every second?
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
are
you are
cutting
actually.
out a lot.
Okay. So somebody else answer that question then.
I don't know the
think we
question.
already
Anyways, as
answered it.
AJ was
Alright,
saying,
next question.
okay, whatever.
Oh, fine. Next question. What advice do you have to new players who don't know what builds to play?
Just
what?
copy every build that we use, and then if it turns out to be horrible, switch it up. If it turns out to be good, try it again. If it works out in the next game, try it again. If it doesn't work out in the next game, switch it up. Basically, use our builds as examples, and if you're happy with it, keep it. Try it out a little bit more.
Yeah, but like
If
if you
you're
want
not
to
happy
learn about
with it, then switch it up.
yeah, but like if you want to learn about builds, you should just like look at the stats of the item and then like just put them all together and try to theory craft if you actually want to get like a better build or like the most efficient.
Well,
build.
that's when
Like,
you already know all the items, though. Like when you just kind
like,
of
you
get
can-
into building and shit, like you don't actually know what item's good in what
fair
situation.
enough.
So basically, copying a really, really good player's build, and then if it works out, cool. If you feel like you need something else, switch it up.
I think copying the
that's
build
fair.
at the start, and then as you go forward, you should look into that build and see why are you building that, and think about why exactly is this being built and put into your build. And
Yeah.
obviously, you should have some like some stats merits that you're looking for. Like I do it, I have it, Death has it, and you just try to complete those stat goals for your build.
There's always going to be certain items which are being built in a build. As you'll see in pro play, there are items which players will build some games and won't build other games. And you need
for all of
to,
us Clippies.
you'll need to learn when to build those items because they're situationally good. And if you know which situation they're good in, obviously you're gonna have a better success rate.
Yeah, like Witchblade, for example, I built it every game against double hunter, but when it was just one hunter, I wouldn't build it. So like certain items that might not be good always are extremely good in these certain situations, in which you then build them in, but otherwise ignore it.
Do you prefer this SPL 6 teams or the last SPL with 8 teams?
That's
This one.
This SPL.
And a big part of it is because like we're more competition and we have best of threes as well. It's not a 2-game set. Like if someone wins, they are guaranteed to get a draw. Like they can still lose the set, which is really important to have that. It's more competition, a lot better.
I like
Quality.
it more that you
quality game.
actually can either win or lose the game rather.
No, Carlos.
You cut out
Rather than cut out. yeah.
rather than
yeah, rip.
goodbye, Carlos.
Rather than actually have a draw.
This question for Reese. Can we get a playlist of the songs used in the doc? Great music, awesome doc.
Oh yeah, sure. The songs, they're a really cool band. They're all by a band called the
State of
Don
Trance.
Fox Scandal. Yeah, I'd recommend checking them out to anyone. I'll post the name in the chat now,
Okay, cool.
and they'll be in the comments of the video when we post it on YouTube.
What part are you most pleased with on the documentary? Question for everyone.
None of them. Horrible.
The part where
Yeah.
fucking Wlfy gets harassed by Ice. That's pretty funny.
When everyone harasses
Not
Ice,
even-
that
it's
is
not
all.
even
Yeah, that's
harassing.
what I'm
We can say that Ice got harassed the most though, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, but you know that was. I feel like that was trollish. Well, Ice just like hates everyone. I don't know. I don't know what's
Yeah,
about Ice.
The part
Yeah,
where
no,
I
I think-
said, the part where I said,
I think it's the part where you were saying after energy.
Oh, yeah. I think for me, it's the part where I said me and Vote are friends, and then Vote dropped the entire conversation just to make a point that we are not friends.
That was cute though. That wasn't awkward. Not at all. Not a single bit.
Which of the lands that you've been to has been your favorite, and why?
I think
The most
Worlds.
recent one? Nah, the most recent one was
Only-
fun.
Honestly, I feel like that place, Valencia was pretty cool. Because at the Italian restaurant
Oh,
next to
yeah.
the hotel.
Okay, so Valencia
You
was
guys are
amazing.
talking about lands only because of the restaurants. You're not even talking about lands because of what actually happened at the land.
Well, who
apart from,
cares
like,
about the
outside
land?
of the
Who
game.
cares? We're not
Yeah,
friends.
exactly.
Take a
the
prize.
I mean,
Okay,
that's not the
like-
experience, man.
Like this last land, I think was the best by far. I think the only reason why I would say Worlds is because of the NRG set. I think that was like. I don't think any of us have ever been as happy after a win as that. And Valencia was just nice overall. But yeah, I would say Masters land was like this last one.
Yeah, I like Masters Land a lot.
Yeah, was okay.
I think this last
It
one.
was okay.
The high-res studio lands are always very chill. That's why I like them.
For Vote, what are your thoughts on Chernobyl?
Absolutely wank.
Can you explain what does wank mean exactly?
She's
Just say
wank.
it's shit. Just say
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's not good. He's got the kit of an assassin. But he's a hunter. So I don't know.
You know all I'm saying, right? Better Jing Wei passive, right? You can literally just appear back in lane, right? OP as fuck. You can gank him in his fountain. OP.
Oh yeah, that'll go well.
Sure.
Talking with Hindu and the high-res team, what they think is the best Smite region. That's been put in chat, but let's change that question as to which international region do you think is the best, and what do you think they need to improve on to be as good as North America?
Brazil and Latin.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I was thinking from where regions they are actually from, but yeah, Brazil and Latam are definitely
Like
the best ones.
Nocturnes and Black
Nocturne,
Dragons.
yeah.
They've always had pretty good performances, even against top EU and NA teams, but just could never find a win because their experience in those situations is lacking.
Yeah,
They're like
they don't know
the
how to
skill is
transition
there.
from mid to.
The skill is there, the potential is there. It's just as Wlfy, you were saying, like the transition from early stage to mid stage or mid to late. These transition stages are horrible, and I think it's only because of the lack of experience, though.
I'm telling you, in about like let's say couple of more lands, let's say roughly 1 year, I think they should be able to take sets of EU and NA teams with enough experience, and if they stick together and actually work their issues.
I think with the qualification system for Worlds this year, we have the massive LAN with the lower end SPL team, the top SML team, top international team from each region. You're gonna see them take a few games. You're gonna see them go into the somewhat decently into the bracket.
Like yet, I'm not going to be going to an international LAN and be like, oh my god, I'm so scared of Latam. Oh my god, I'm so scared of like. No, it's going to be like, if I'm scared of like a team, it's going to be from EU. It's not even from an A. Well, let's put it that way. It's just the lack of experience.
I think the biggest thing that they need to learn to do is to pressure their lead correctly. Because you see them quite often get leads against the North American or even European, and they just don't pressure it well enough. Sure, they know to try and get the gold grid, to try and get the portal demon, to try and get a few towers here and there. But when it comes to 20 minutes, they're still only 3-4k ahead, when they should be about 10 or even.
I'll get there eventually.
they'll get there eventually, and I think this year as well we start to see those two regions step up. Would you like the Masters land format at Smite World Champion?
Well, I think it's gonna be like that, no?
I like the best of 7. No,
I
that's
mean,
nice.
people are complaining
Yeah.
about best of 7.
Yeah, all the
because they
big
are running
fan
out
boys
of
like, oh
energy.
no, one game advantage is not enough. But
It's more than enough.
I think
In a best of 7, if
if
you're like, don't get me wrong, they are playing a best of 5. Meanwhile, we're playing a best of 7. The loser is going to be playing the best of 7 regardless. If they wanna complain, they should just get the fucking grip and actually win 3 games in a row. And
I think in Dignitas's case, at least for Masters,
They did
I
it
think
once,
if
they
that
could have done it
went
twice.
into another best of 5, for example, we would have straight up 3-0'd them, right? Like that wouldn't even be close because they were just out of it. So
don't get me wrong, you can't complain about the best of 7 when they literally 3-0'd us. Like, give me a break.
I think that double elimination is really cool.
To go on to what the format is currently, the Smite World Championship. Of course, you have the double elimination qualification tournament for the rest of the team, apart from the top 2 North America and Europe who qualified directly for DreamHack.
I thought it would be better if it's brackets for the qualification tournament. Because like everyone gets to play everyone. That makes more sense than just 7.
At DreamHack, it's a single elimination tournament with best of 3s for the first round, best of 5s for semis, and I don't know if it's best of 5 or best of 7 final. I think it's because also have that to do.
Oh fuck your making.
Cutting out like
for fuck's sake.
fucking 50% of the time.
Honestly, just
Poor
read
AJ,
questions out. Don't answer.
Poor AJ.
What do you guys think of double hunter meta, and will it still work later on?
Wlfy?
I think it would, but I think the hunters that they are playing in mid lane are not the traditional hunters that you would normally want to have in mid lane. I mean, they are picking Ullr mid, and then like you want to get the pressure with Ullr, but then like when you do the transition from early game to mid game, Ullr is complete garbage. Like, mark my words, Medusa is still the best hunter in mid lane if they want to pick a hunter in mid. And mages are just straight up better because of the AoE damage as well. Like,
and
if you don't. Yeah, and the items as well. Like, if you get, I don't know, they have like health shred. Who has health shred? Like, sure, you can get kins and still, like, I don't know, hit 3 auto attacks to deal as much damage as like a Soul River would do. It's like just not worth it.
I think like the biggest difference is that the poke from mages is just that much better than that of hunters.
Cooldowns as well.
Yeah, like
mobility.
Any type of a burst, any type of faster gameplay, right? Because hunters need some time to actually deal a lot of damage, whereas in a Fire Giant or Gold Fury dance, you get hit by Janus 2 with Soul Reaver E-Staff, like you are poked to shit. Compared to if you take like...
Soul Gem as well, so you can actually get some health back as well, and it's like fucking...
Whereas if a hunter hits you once or twice, you still wouldn't feel it that much. Especially since he has to stack up Xe as well to deal enough damage.
And to come online, let's say you need Devos at the minimum. And if you don't get Devos and you get, what's the other one, Trance, right? You're going to be like having no, I mean, you're going to have no lifesteal, or you're going to have lifesteal, but the lifesteal is going to be fucking jacked. I mean, you're not even going to lifesteal from Asi, for example, because that's what you're going to be looking for to get if you're going to be going for Trance. It's just not worth it overall.
What do you guys feel about the other teams in the European side of the SPL, this split?
Same triangle, maybe Obey are better. Same thing.
I think Obey are gonna... Like, I think Obey took their losses from last split very seriously and will definitely work on it as hard as possible. Like, I even talked to Twig after the split ended when they lost to us after that set. I told them that they should still stick together. They shouldn't, like, make any switches. They shouldn't feel too bad about it. That roster is pretty good. They just gotta actually practice.
Why are you helping the enemy? What?
They're in need of
Monkey Soul Laner.
They're in need of help.
It is a 4-team race now.
Nah.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Obey still. I don't know. Like they are.
Let's wait and see how they perform, right?
Did they beat Energy last split? I think they did, right?
They did. They lost
the
first set against them, then they won the second.
Have they even played yet? I don't think they've played yet.
You can't count them out.
Like towards the end of the split, they beat us one game. They beat Dig one game, and they beat Energy. So like,
Yeah.
from that transitioning to this split, I think they're gonna actually perform quite well.
I think they had enough time. I think that this is a four-team race now.
Yeah, I think this week, in fact today even, when they play against Energy, is going to be telling. What's your current take on your role? Do you like the way it plays now, or are changes needed?
I like
None of them, everything is broken for me.
Yeah, Majors are fucking broken, Hunters are shit.
What do you mean they're shit?
What are you smoking, dog? You're actually so garbage at this game if you're telling me the Hunter.
Whoa.
Like,
I don't know, man.
Wlfy, if I recall correctly, at the last LAN, you told AJ that I played so fucking good, so I don't know what to say about that one.
I don't recall.
AJ was smoking,
but you
man.
wanted AJ to not tell me about it, so I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Wow,
Yeah, I don't remember it
complimenting
either.
secretly.
Don't remember it.
I love my role. My role is so much more fun.
I think the only one that hates his role is Ice, but Ice hates everything, so...
Like,
Right.
Yeah, but
Bro,
you
I
guys anyway,
hated it.
Doesn't matter.
In
You
the
still hate it?
Chalice of Oracle matter.
Bro,
Cause
you
like,
still hate it.
no,
Yeah, whatever,
Bro.
man.
Oh, the
Next
Chalice.
what I
the
hate
Chalice of
jungle. I
Oracle
can
is
play
a-
Vamana jungle and Nasha.
but
But
you
still,
can't play.
Yeah, but
Ares
Vamana's bugged.
I,
You don't know to play Vamana when he's bugged.
yeah, I'm
Don't you-
pumped, bro. I played him earlier.
Don't you
Yeah,
want to
you
play Ares jungle though?
I do, but like for
Okay.
that, it has to be jungle, right?
Yeah, Chalice of Oracle meta really meant junglers did nothing because they were always spotted when they tried to gank.
To be honest, they're
mean-
spotted now as well.
Like right now,
Unless
ganks
it's
rarely
like
happen.
1 minute 30, right?
No, it's just annoying when like in team fights, all you see is like everyone just placing wards. Like you're gonna flank right, warded. Okay, you go traditional way, warded. They just place the ward in front.
That's like that. It was just dumb how people would just initiate with a ward. Just drop a ward, even if they have a sentry.
Yeah,
just
we
drop
was
it
scrim
and
against
seize
Dig
anyone
or
behind the
Energy,
wall.
man, and all I see is like they warded. You know, the other jungler comes in, wards. Wow, that's
Are you
so
triggered by it?
amazing.
Are you triggered by it?
Not now. I
mean,
was
look at
then.
Well, yeah.
For Reese, what was the hardest aspect to do in the documentary?
Probably interviewing, but definitely.
Ah.
No, no, I'm joking. No, it was
Suck your mum and it cut off.
no, it was probably like me and Sammy. Like we got like sick as well during the thing, so it was just like super tiring long days. Like quite a few of us were sick, and it was horrible.
Everyone was just sick around their team. Like, what the fuck?
Because
man?
both
Apart from
spreaded
myself.
the disease.
But I was fine when I
Actually, no,
landed.
no, hold
I
on.
was fine when I
You're
landed.
fine.
Yeah.
Cover was sick when he got there. I was fine when I got there. Then I
Oh
was
my
sick.
god, the disease from the raft, of course.
Fucking
Disease from the
raft,
raft.
man.
Which god is highest priority pick right now?
Ah, we can't say that one.
Athena, based off the SPL
Chemicals.
set.
Based off of SPL set and kit, definitely Athena.
Fuck it, you know.
I don't think we even have to fucking hide it, you know, because it's pretty obvious when it gets picked in every SPL
Because
game.
every single fucking player in this SPL plays Athena nowadays.
I
She's
talked
not
about
hard
it
to play.
earlier, and it's just
I don't play Athena.
Dumb.
Get that shit out of my lane.
Yeah, you're
never-
Yeah,
always
don't worry,
play-
bro. Variety has your back. You know, whenever he's in your lane, he just suits out. So you're
Yeah,
welcome.
and carries his
And
team.
then, yeah, and then like.
Yeah, you guys
he's
died
back
to
in.
that?
You're
Yeah, my
fucking
fucking-
AFK in lane, like, I don't know.
like my soloner does nothing. The other guy's 9-0.
See,
like,
if I had
what the
Afro,
fuck, man?
holy.
I wanted that.
You would have died in lane if you had Alpha.
I also didn't.
I
Wow.
can guarantee
To
you
what?
that.
No.
I can guarantee
To
that.
what?
You-
I
you-
never died as
You
Afro.
would have died to Fred. You would have been like, Ice, guess who's here again? It's Fred on my blue buff.
It's the blue buff.
Blue
king.
buff.
What am I
Blue
listening
buff
to?
again is the blue buff king, guys.
King.
That's literally you.
Next question, whatever.
Who are the most troll players in the SPL outside of Rival? Everyone on mouse.
No, not everyone on mouse.
No. Dalbez is up there.
Dardes is up there.
Dart
yeah.
is good.
Darvis
Uh,
and Germany.
I think
Um,
Jermaine, I think it's just hilarious when he rages.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess he wouldn't really have the title of troll, more like rager, I guess.
I think Raffers after them.
Raffer's up there.
Yeah.
ML has to be up
ML,
there.
ML's
ML
up
ha-
there.
Yeah.
Adapting is far down on the list.
When is Wlfy going to retire the Ra so we can get another god banned every game?
Never.
Never.
you'll see Ra still banned against Wlfy 3 years from now.
Basically,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen is
Lovely fucking.
every time Ra is gonna get banned, Wlfy is gonna get annoyed a bit, and eventually his head is gonna explode. That's my.
And then we get a
Honestly,
new
I
mid laner.
cannot wait for that day.
What did you enjoy the most at the World Championship?
Beat energy.
Yeah, beating energy. Beating energy, that restaurant, and
Yeah, that restaurant.
Yeah.
I actually found the meet and greet quite fun. Even though I was sick at the time.
I was in my bed,
I was
so that was like me sleeping. That was pretty enjoyable for me.
Oh yeah. But like, I went there even though I was
I wish
sick.
I could
It
have
was-
slept.
It was actually pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, meet and greet was really fun, but definitely energy takes the cake on that one.
What about you, Reese?
Yeah, it was probably the energy set. Like, it was pretty. The atmosphere was crazy for the first 4 games, but when it got to game 5, like, with everyone in the arena, it was actually like really special.
Everyone was monkeys.
If there were no bans, what do you think the ideal team comp would be?
Why would I answer that question?
Why would you answer that question?
Okay, I'm gonna answer this question
put
from
10
what it
Athenas
would have
in the game.
been from the comp that we did not use last year that we cannot use anymore at all, and that's Sylvana support, Isis mid, Ares jungle.
Yes.
Osiris solo.
Osiris solo.
Osiris solo, and we would have dropped an anchor for ADC.
Fucking ADC doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Fucking raw, man.
It's like the anchor it was for pressure, I remember. So like we had like literally full pressure into procs into heals. Like I remember that. That's why the team comp was like so fucking broke.
Like
Jungle.
we actually could
Ares
not die.
jungle was actually so broke.
Where is
Practiced
Harrison?
for so long.
Actually could not die. We had so much protections and
Ares needs
negations, it was
buffs,
so
man.
busted.
Ares one needs more damage on.
Yeah,
on-
no, he needs to reset his chain on big mins.
Yeah.
Alright, where is it? God balance. I'm doing it right now.
Don't do it. Fuck that, man.
Like on
No one's
Buffy,
gonna
Jim
play Ares
Sanchez.
jungle.
Let's
People
be
gonna
honest,
play
no
Ares
one's gonna,
support?
no one's even gonna try it, right?
Yeah,
no,
honestly,
no one's gonna play Ares support either. Like, let's be honest, no one will play anything that takes any effort, right?
Sure.
We can play something that
Man,
has
that
a huge
takes no
ass
skill.
cone, right?
That takes no skill.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it has a cone, it's first pick. If it doesn't, it's not.
Okay, next question.
What are your opinions on the dates of this year's Smite World Championship?
It's a lot better than last year. Because last year leaving on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, was like so depressing.
I left literally on New Year.
it's only depressing if you're sick.
Like all of us celebrated New Year on the plane sleeping. That was our New Year. And this time around, we actually. Not only is it gonna be a lot warmer as well, because it's
Yeah.
November, not January. It's also not
Atlanta
gonna
is
be
so
in the
cold.
most awkward timing ever.
Who is the most consistent player on the team?
Probably Kalas.
Yeah, I'd say Kalas.
I'd say vote
vote.
online.
I'd say
Yeah,
myself.
on-
or vote.
Yeah,
I don't
online.
know, the dual lane.
Online, yeah, Kalas and I've got your back. So not
Yeah,
So far.
Yeah, this split,
I
last
feel-
split, I was fucking
I-
terrified.
Like,
Oh,
I
Wlfy,
feel like
all you done
You
was
were
snipe off
terrified?
a
Yeah,
taunts.
yeah.
I don't know, man. All you done was follow up from Kalas' CC. My gran could do that. Like, I don't
What
know.
the fuck am I supposed to do? I can do that with my fucking feet as well, but that's my goddamn job.
Sure.
And,
I don't know. I don't see anyone
I
paying
feel
you to
like
play
in the
with your
dual
feet,
lane,
man.
Well,
like,
at least I didn't dive to the back camps about like let me see 2 games in a row after we called it about.
It
3
wasn't in a row.
Sure, man. Yeah.
It wasn't even in a row.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
even
think
in
the
the row,
dual
bro.
lane
You're,
just
yeah.
got better
Game 1,
ever
game 2?
since the this
No,
LAN.
game 2, game
I
3.
think the dual lane, like after this LAN, I don't know, Vote and me are just kind of like, okay, everybody dies in this lane, right? That's
I feel like I've had super good performances as well.
Yeah, sure you do.
Like for this whole season.
Yeah, sure.
Except for like Wang Zhong game, I guess. But
So I
I don't count that. One
played
game,
pretty bad in
whatever, bro.
general. Except on Naja, so I think we need more Naja.
Yep, I'm
Nah,
fucking-
get me out, get me out.
Always
Yeah,
back
I
to
don't
the
want to
wall.
deal with
I
Can
this.
can
win the call.
compromise with
Uh,
Vamana.
I'm out.
Can win the call now.
Yeah.
From Stormlord, are we going to see Zhong again? No.
Definitely not.
Definitely yes.
Not in solo.
I would say
pulling
yes.
that shit
No,
out.
I
Not in
would say
death
yes.
times, that's for
I
sure.
mean, unless Sean gets buffed to the point where he has to be played, I
I
don't
mean, he
think
got
we
buffed
will.
already, coach.
Yeah, you got mega buff, Tom. Get me on it, coach.
Yeah,
Get
coach.
me in, coach.
I see
Good
more
main
Naja
coach,
references. Obviously, we need to play Naja.
Oh, for fuck's sake, more Naja.
Like when you go into
Grandma.
scrims, right?
When you look
And
at
then
Ken,
like Fred just goes and picks bots, and on my team there's a fucking Naja.
No. Fred goes ahead and picks Hebo at the start of season 5, and my jungler goes ahead and like guys Thanatos.
Yeah. Our Wlfy, they have 0 jumps. We have 0 knockups. Oh, it's such a Wlfy game.
Their jungler Nemesis when she was like 50% HP with her ult. Our jungler no knockups. They have no jumps. Oh, really? Alright, let's go.
And he even argued
Honestly,
that
guys,
a
wasn't a
Wlfy is a
Wlfy
really
game,
good
this is.
pick here.
Yeah, but then in the next game they have 3 jumps. We have a Geb, you're Thana. Then he just leaves.
don't forget about Vamana, by the way, when they have 4
Oh
matches as well.
Vamana. When they have Odin Circuit Vamana.
What a Vamana game this is, guys. I think we should pick Vamana.
Are there any gods which are contested amongst the team? For example, we pick Achilles and Death and Ice both want to play it. For example.
I'll let Ice play it.
I will let Ice play it as well.
No, I don't think there's any gods that are contested in the team. If
Was
I go-
Ares last season
Yeah, Ares
or last
season
year?
Yeah.
was contested.
Cooling for a little bit as well, I think.
No, what?
Wasn't Cooling contested for a little bit as well?
No. We just gave it to me.
I mean,
Because
there
we-
was
a
we
little
had-
bit
we
in
had
the
a bit.
support
Yeah,
code.
We had
we
a
tried
bit,
it.
yeah. We're trying
mean-
to support jungle and solo, if I'm not mistaken.
like exactly the same as Achilles.
It was
Yo,
literally the
guys,
same
we
thing,
want
yeah.
pressure in lane and then we want to be useless late game.
Like at least in solo, he does a
lot.
lot more than support. It's kind of.
How was making the Valencia documentary different to making the one in Smite World Champions?
I mean, Valencia is really fun, and that was the first time meeting everyone. But I think Smite Worlds is just that much better because it was like a team of us making it. So we had myself, Sammy, and we also had Tyler, and just there was a lot more people there, and that was a lot more enjoyable. Plus, the venue is so cool. Worlds the Cup.
I think it also was better because we had a green screen studio for the day. We got to do lots of crazy shit.
Yeah, that day was pretty good. The studio day. I think everyone just got super into it. Like especially Ice with his dancing.
Ice hates everything, but he also hates dancing.
He hates it so much he just loves it.
Yeah,
And then he refused to watch this.
and then he hates it.
Yeah, he didn't even want to watch it.
Yeah, he hates it.
Anyways,
Um,
well done.
do you guys, the PC team, speak to the Xbox team at all about meta and strats, etc., or is it very much separate?
Nope.
Separate.
No, we literally
Never.
do shit.
In my life.
I never converse.
It's very separate. Occasionally, one of the Xbox team players might come and ask a question to me at most, but it's nothing about like meta or why we're picking certain things. It's just they want a second opinion.
Yeah, I think it's also a lot different on Xbox as well, because
Everything is going to be different from Xbox
like,
to
when-
PC then.
when a god requires you to hit your shit, like when it's high accuracy requirement, usually from what I've seen, that character is avoided because it's a lot harder to do that.
I mean, it's just an example. For example, Medusa could be like really
Yeah.
good on Xbox just because you can't turn properly.
Yeah.
There you go. Or a Willix as well. There you go, Ice.
And I think
Go flex.
Odin was popular when he wasn't even getting played on PC because all his stuff's pretty easy to hit and the cage is quite annoying, just always or pretty much. But like mostly that just harder to hit characters are being avoided from what I've seen at least. So like easier execution team.
Who is the best ADC in the world, and why is it Voten BK?
Skip.
Because it's not
good
vote.
idea. Good idea.
Yeah,
let's go.
just go.
Because it's Voten Bikalas, the best ADC.
Skip.
Agreed.
Oh,
Which-
it's why
which
bad
of-
bets yet?
Which of the pantheons in Smite is your favorite currently?
Egyptian.
What?
Japanese.
Fucking Slavic.
There's one Slavic god and you hate it.
I'm in between, man.
I'm Japanese, man.
I'm in between like Hindu and Chinese.
If
It's
there
not
was,
because of Nash and Lamana.
I would be with Japanese if they actually had a good guardian there. But since they don't, I'm going to Greek.
Gee, I wonder why. It's there.
Yeah, I don't know
Probably
either why.
Athena, right?
Yeah, definitely Athena.
Nothing to do with Ares.
No, nothing to do with Ares.
We'll ask you a couple more questions and then we'll wrap it up. Which god needs a rework in your opinion?
Kuzemba.
Okay.
Kuzemba.
Yeah.
Kuzemba needs one fast.
Yeah, God is bad.
Yeah. As much as
Like-
as much as I pain to admit it myself, Kuzumo definitely needs a rework to be like an actual character in Smite.
Posh is shit as well. Like Posh is not even a god. It's
He is
a
no,
fucking. I don't know.
Kuzumo is so counterintuitive to play against from a design standpoint.
What would you say about our Posh then?
At least he does something. Like,
doesn't
did
do
you see
anything,
me in
he's
rank? Did you
literally
see me in rank?
Was slaying noobs in rank?
No,
Congratulations.
no. Did you see me when I played Kuzembo in ranked? I run
Kuzemba.
at people, but they just ignore me, and I do not do anything. I literally didn't do a single point of damage to anyone.
But like with every other character in the game,
This can reflect.
with every other character in the game, if they're in front of you, you dodge their abilities and you hit them to try and win the trade. With Kuzumo, you have to time your trades correctly around his shell spikes. And if you time it wrong, you're punished for hitting the character in front of you. That's not really good design at a beginning level.
The main problem that I have with
And
him
here we
is
go with being
that
technical.
when you ult, right? When you ult, you literally like it's equivalent to Geb missing literally everyone, right? That it has exactly the same impact as Geb missing everyone, right? When you ult, you literally like it's equivalent to Geb missing literally everyone, right? That it has exactly the same impact as Geb missing everyone. Like Kuzemba hits 5 people, it's the same impact as if hitting no one with Geb. Like it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's actually
Alright.
true though.
Which play / sequence / combo do you guys see as your best play as a team? Athena Poseidon.
Okay, so I think the best play, as in team fight, I would say, as a team, it was the one against Energy at Worlds, like game 1, around our speed buff.
Oh, that shit was insane.
That was really
Holy.
well played.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
my
Odin
vote
jungle
lives.
days.
Like that was our really good team fight.
The good old survive into a 3-man Ares poll.
Yeah, but as for
Yeah.
combo, I mean, I think we're most notable for the Athena pulse. I feel like we're the ones that pulled it out the most.
I still remember
However-
my favorite fight from Worlds was game 5 against Energy, where that thing tried to leap in on Icy Blinks pass to then ult, and you just win the team fight because he missed his jump.
I don't think
That's
it's as good as that fight in game 1, but
That's my most memorable one.
I
Yes.
think the best combo should be Ares Janus.
God.
Oh boy.
I mean, you can say when we were 10k behind game 2 against Energy. Bright Phoenix.
No,
Yeah, Athena
Bright
pulse.
Phoenix.
Athena
Pulse.
pulse.
that's not the
Bright
question.
Phoenix.
Oh no, but just like a
Analyzing the team
combo.
Fight. It's
Yeah,
the combo.
Just
but
example
Athena
of the team.
Pulse.
Yeah, fucking hell. Listen, Ice.
Monkey
Example of the combo.
I was just not listening and then hate comments.
Yeah,
What
goddamn,
Alright, final question. Are there any gods that were viable last season but aren't anymore and you miss playing them?
There's-
Fucking Osiris is wank.
Probably Osiris. Like he's
I don't know,
it's
but
not
why
that
is he
he's
so bad,
not
man?
viable, but
What?
I mean, you can say the same
Why
thing
do we
about
play?
Raging from literally first pick, first ban. Is like
Yeah, I guess Raging.
not
yeah.
even there. Like he doesn't even have clear. You're literally praying to God at level 7 to at least clear the minions, and you
Yeah, I
can't even
guess.
do that.
I think for us specifically, it's Fafnir. Like Fafnir
Yeah.
went to we playing him every single game, it
No,
getting
it's
banned
banned
every
every
single
game.
game, to us literally saying, "Nah, fuck that god."
yeah. Well, pretty much. Well, it's just 3 out of 5 of our main characters for roles.
nerfed.
in
Yo,
season
didn't
4 are
jungle
just-
as well? Like what?
Yeah.
going into
Oh,
Worlds,
4
we were
out of
only
5. Hachiman's still in the game.
I didn't play Hatchet last season, though.
Going into
What?
Worlds, we were like the only team playing Odin, and he got nerfed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now
why.
they nerfed
do-
Nemesis, they nerfed my God pool.
I do think that Fafnir is just as busted as he was. Like nothing really changed.
Well, the meta kind of changed, right?
Yeah.
I'm just sad that Osiris and Erlang got so destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sad that their line got destroyed because now I can't just go to his lane and gank him anymore.
You just
Because
said that
Because
Because
every
he's
now
not
there's-
there.
There's a fucking Sobek over there. What the fuck am I supposed to do to that god? Like,
Everyone ban drags that god's fucking stupid.
He is stupid.
Again, who never leaves that god's open is not smart.
Feels bad, man.
It's that simple.
Double vote is
Feels
smart.
All right. So before we end the stream, because this is the end of the Q&A, any last thoughts from any of you?
What, me or what? Us or them?
Us.
No,
Who's
no.
them? Huh.
The viewers?
No, us as in the players. Us in
No.
the call.
Peace.
Yeah, bye.
Have a
You
nice
wanna go
day.
lay down?
peace and
Um,
serenity.
As well as it's, thank you guys for all your continued support. I hope you guys enjoyed the documentary and the shit show of a Q&A afterwards, and hope to do all of you guys proud in the summer split.
Hello, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to be the best player in the world like me, then like, comment and subscribe.